had to make a video early in the morning so it doesn't get out of my mind. But um there's two names of white boys going overseas doing some hella crazy shit, right? There's one dude in Colombia that I'm gonna show, and there's another one that I think did something in Asia where he did get banned. They said he got banned. So this information I got from I think another travel channel or something like that they talked about what you call it? Cause I'm looking at all this stuff. David Bond. So this guy right here was I don't know what happened. I'm gonna try to find out. So because they didn't elaborate it, I was watching a live of some traveling channels lives. Um and I'm gonna break it down for anybody of my subscribers who about the certain types of guys or who are you. Oh, so David Bond was actually banned. Well, there's a lot of change.orgs about David Bond. This guy right here, he was banned. They want a petition for him being banned from Asian countries. I don't know if he we investigated. Okay, somebody investigated him. So we did get a so for everybody who for everybody for everybody who was talking about Austin Holleman, I think they need to understand that this did happen to a white guy. It's just we didn't pay attention to it. So it says here, David Bond is a YouTuber who videos are mix of beautiful women, travel advice, cryptocurrency. He amassed over 500,000 subscribers over the years. David Bond has haters on the entire what's it called? Whatever. Right? So David Bond is wanted by the authorities in Indonesia. Okay, one of the major claims is about David Bond is being wanted by the authorities, Indonesian authorities, claimed by Brian Perry Coconut.com. The title goes Indonesian authorities on lookout for David Bond, pickup artist accused of sexually exploiting women throughout Asian claims. Wow. So your boy Austin Holleman was the only one. It was so it and I'm not trying to defend Austin Holleman, but I'm just trying to make look, this is what happens when you're plugged in with the traveling chick, with the traveling crew. Because the fact is, we all supposed to learn from each other. But they name dropped this guy. It was a couple white guys that got in trouble. But this what happens when pickup artists go into other countries and try to do that game shit, and they end up being fucked over, and they end up being banned or people going after them. Then that's what this Stephanie Bergolo chick. She's not letting this shit go because she's getting a lot of attention. So she brung this shit up about Austin Holleman again. And basically, she's submitting the fact that this dude ain't going to be able to come back over in Brazil. He burned himself. Just like this white dude. So, is it true, Austin? Is it true that David Bond was wanted by the Indonesian authorities? We have investigated the claims that David Bond, YouTube creator, to take a look when he last visited. We quickly noticed that David Bond has visited the country of Indonesia 2 times. In June 2018 and March of 2020, since the claims was made. Okay, we have made any arrests. No criminal charges are wanted for this individual, say the Janquan's Malik department. We found about coconut is not there. So it's flaws. Okay. David Bond sells sex tapes. Oh wow. Oh shit. So David Bond was actually going around taping himself having sex with Indonesian women or women all over Asia. So we have a white Austin. So I'm telling y'all about a white Austin Holleman. His name is David Bond. Look him up. Y'all do your own research, man. We have dozens of articles claiming that David Bond films and dispute. What the hell? And disputes. Why I said dispute instead of Okay, sex tapes online. This claims is to be the oldest claim made about David Bond going back as far as 2013. Does David Bond have sex tapes? Does he sell sex videos? We spent 17 hours searching the net for anything that resumes David Bond sex tapes. After failing to find one, we have watched minutes of 120 videos in the vault, and we watched all of his OnlyFans, and we did not find a sex tape that even had nudity. He's so 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 basically a white boy actually got they went after a white boy. So it's a feminist site called BrianPerryCoconut.com, which I'm gonna check. I don't know if they're feminists or whatever, but they went after this David Bond real hard. Yep, he looks like a feminist dude. So David Bond got some heat. He got some heat, and basically they ran his ass out of a whole bunch of Asian places, I think. So he is now in Colombia doing his thing. And now, it's funny that all you have to do is do a little digging, and this is what happens to me. This is what happens when one side don't like the other side. They skim shit over, and they don't want to find a lot of different things. This is why I say this whole Just Pearly things against her, and this whole shit of everybody, all these black women and stuff. These women are lazy. They just want somebody to talk about, and they're mad because they're not as successful as Just Pearly things. Now, I'm gonna make a video about Just Pearly things. I think probably after this, and make it quick. But Austin Holleman was the only one. Countries don't like their dirty little secrets, and they don't like their people being exploited to the world. They don't want to show weakness. The difference between the United States, and other countries is most America don't care about looking bad. They don't, unless you are a government official. All these different people will come here and disrespect the United States. Okay, he's in the Philippines. Last time I saw, he was in the Philippines. He got a little harem or whatever. So he's in Colombia right now and all over South America doing his white boy thing. And basically he's doing all types of other shit in the country. Now let's see. So so this is a pickup artist white boy who was going all over every country and basically using his status as a white boy to get women. But the funny thing about this is that you have the same side going after people making a big deal out of Austin Hollemen traveling. But the fact is, nobody associate this white boy with other white boys. It's funny that no one says that this white boy is connected to anybody else. So they never say, all white travelers are like David Bond. They needed something to stick on Passport Bros. Before Austin Hollemen, they tried it was Passport Gate. And before that, there was it was the narrative that we go overseas and we gonna get AIDS or diseases and stuff. The funny thing about this Stephanie Bergolo chick, that back then when Charles Tyler was going to Brazil and promoting Brazil, the black women that she defended that paid her off was saying that every Brazilian woman had AIDS, they were poor, and men were coming back with AIDS, which wasn't really true. And there's all these sites that I'm finding about David Bond. And they pretty much saying the same shit that the women are saying. So I think that these motherfuckers are taking the cues from feminist women. The white feminists don't like the fact that David Bond going overseas. I can read you one comment. An epidemic of loser need to go to a third world, literally pay for company too. Like seriously, Philippines, you mean by white and have a post check beta, absolute beta sex pack trash. Absolutely. Majority of the women's in the video, including the one above, look like they are uncomfortable. Mind you, I'm not going to show you it because I don't know if I'm, they got the same insults, the same generic insults and shaming tactics that black women are used. They always say that the women are uncomfortable. They always say that you're a loser. They always say third world. They always say you're paying. The majority of stuff you've seen is the same shit. They're using the same playbook against people. The only thing is Austin Hollemen made it easy for them to patch it on Passport Bros because he put himself as a Passport Bro. Now he fucked it up for everybody's traveling. That at Passport Pro, that means you're going to have to conceal your identity and not say Passport Bro. You can say you're a Passport Bro, but the fact is, you gotta watch. You probably can't make videos and say you're a Passport Bro like that no more. Seems a bit racist. What's wrong with Filipino women? Oh shit! Somebody gonna come out. Somebody came out, and I'm gonna show you the other guy that's doing the same shit that Austin Hollemen is doing. Haha! What a clown! He has to buy his way to many women. Talk about pathetic to the core. Money talks, don't it? It's funny the fact that these women are saying this shit when they are asking for men to have six-figure money and put $1,000 rings on their fingers. It's funny to me. As sleazy as it get, Philippine let this happen. He's a pathetic figure. I'm sure the Filipino government can find him and deport him. Wow. And this is what happens when you get in a gynocentric country. I don't care what anybody say about you don't let them get in your way. If they see you winning, they're going to try to use any type of situation to say it. You got to pay for women, you doing this. If they can't benefit off of you, they're not going to be happy that you're going past their rules and their regulations. So pickup artists have no standards. Even ladyboys are their targets. Hot take. What's wrong with what he's doing? Y'all are just programmed to think that certain is a consensual relation between dogs as long as he don't F minors. Until a girl complain about sexual abuse and assault is cool. Agreed. Yup. And people in America and the West think women in different countries can't think for themselves and are incapable of having consensual relations. Like, women in different countries' brain develop entirely different until, of course, they adopt the Western think of thinking. Then that's when their minds are functional. I'm from Colombia and moved to the States. Then I go back to Colombia to do what Dave Bond is doing, because I believe then the women in Colombia are better. That does not change anything. I am not allowed to go back to my country and interact with the women anymore. It's not different than a millionaire taking advantage of women in low income areas in the United States. Even Canada's need to realize there's a whole functioning world outside of North America. It's ideology. The rest of the world is tired of it. Okay, the Reddit Jones said, I came to America from Colombia. I didn't like it. I didn't like none of the women here in America, so I went back to Colombia to do what David Bond did. And he said, it's funny that y'all keep thinking that everybody is like the West. That's what it is, man. So Austin Hollemen wasn't the only one. We have Austin Hollemen wasn't the only one at all. So let's show another YouTuber, another traveling dude who's white. I forgot his name. What is his name? Rob versus the world. So so here we go right here. Look at his titles and look at the shit. This is what this dude is doing. He's pretty much doing the same shit Austin Hollemen doing. David Bond is doing the same shit. And he got flack for it. So we have to shut that shit up. You guys got to shut it up. White dudes get heat too. This guy right here is doing some over the top shit. Crazy. I tried a ladyboy bar and it went wrong. I tried a lady bar in Paloon. He's in Thailand doing all this crazy stuff. Look at his thumbnails. You won't believe how crazy this is in Thailand. I come with you. So, pretty much, she grabs my hand. OnlyFans models in Badahana wants a what? You won't believe how I got infected in Badahana. So, you have a Spanish dude, or I think white looking dude, who's doing the same shit in Colombia, but the world ain't saying nothing anymore about him. Now, I can find multiple white boys. I just gotta dig deep into traveling stuff. So, these countries don't like when Americans stump foot in their country and think they live like kings. Austin Hollemen wasn't an exception to the rule because he was black. He made himself too known. He put himself out there and he associated himself and he tried to play a certain role that he wasn't ready for. He should have planned it out. He should have saw the rules of the game that he was looking at when he go to traveling, knowing not to act like you act over here. You can get away with a lot of shit over here when you look a certain way. Austin Hollemen, I can tell Austin Hollemen was not weird for women. He just got bored because the women here are fucking empty. I don't have to have sex with none of these women to know how empty they are. I can have one little 2 or 3 conversations with them over the phone, on live chat, even face to face, and know just how fucked up and mentally they really are. I ask them specific questions and it'll be like, okay, I'm bored. My head hurts. I'm leaving. So how to pick up Colombian girls in Thailand. How to pick up girls on the beach in Thailand. You won't believe how crazy it is in Thailand. An interview with a lady boy. Lady boys are not gay. I have a bigger than 80% of men. Never do this in Thailand. Foreigner in Bangkok, Chinatown. So pretty much he's doing the same shit that Austin Holleman did, but he's not getting no flack. It's because he's not saying nan in the boo-boo. He's not running around talking shit to the women. See, the fact is, Austin Holleman was wearing red in front of bulls. And he ended up getting sticked with the horns. If Austin Holleman was just a traveling bro and passport bro and not saying nan in the boo-boo and not saying all this discouraging things, we have to all rememberize what we're against. Every man's movement from passport bro, SYSPM, incel, black pill, red pill, all the men movements, we are David. We are David. And the feminist movement is Goliath. In real life, we're not going to topple this. We're not going to topple feminism and all the stuff that goes on. You got to beat it you got to tire David. You got to tire Goliath out. It's about of attrition, war of attrition. It's about attrition when it comes down to this feminism and all this other stuff. The young men, the lonely single men, it shows that red pill. More and more young men are listening to red pill, good or bad. There are more people listening to Fresh and Fit than Ivan and Preach. In all seriousness, there's more people are listening to all types of MGTOW channels, red pill channels. They're not going to the other side no more. This is the reason why a lot of stores are closing, a lot of restaurants are closing, a lot of clubs are closing, because men ain't buying that shit no more. Men ain't taking these women out on dates no more. It's all on to the so-called men who do get the women. That's why they coming out and they popping out with all these dating coaches and stuff like that. But just to finish this off, Austin Holleman ain't the only one. They're going to come after any guy who don't want to follow their rules and give their money to the system.